طيب، بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وأصحابه ومن تمسكته بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, after praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending the salutations upon the Messenger, his salatu wassalam, and upon his family and his companions, and upon all those who follow upon his guidance into the establishment of the last day. To proceed, ikhwan, اللهم إنا نعوذ من علم لا ينفع ومن لا يخشع ومن لا تشبع ومن دعاء لا يسمع. Verily, Allah, we seek refuge with you from knowledge that has no benefit, and from a heart that has no fear, from a soul that has no nor contentment, and from a dua that goes unanswered. From a dua that goes unanswered. طيب، فنحن معكم في هذه الليلة المباركة الكريمة من الرحمن الرحيم. Continue in this noble night of ours, seeking the aid and the assistance of our Lord, the most compassionate, مستفيدين ومتعلمين من اللغة العربية, as we continue to learn and educate ourselves, having benefit collectively of the Arabic language, from the science of the Arabic language. فنتعلمها من خير الطريقة. And in fact, we're actually in this book learning Arabic from the best way. What does that mean, يا إخوان? كيف العبد يتعلم الطرق? How can a person learn the Arabic language from the best way? كيف يتعلم العبد العربية من أحسن الطريق. What does it mean that you learn then from the best way, the best avenue, the best route? يتعلم من يعلم learning of Quran and Sunnah, learning the Arabic language. There are many ways, ya ikhwan, many ways a person can learn Arabic. يمكن أن يدرس الشعر, study poetry, الحمد لله, ويدرس كتب مدينة, كتب محمد سعود, كتب كذا وكذا. هذا خير. You can study many different programs, the program of Medina, the program of the University of Muhammad Saud. There are many different programs to study from. Alhamdulillah. But the best way is that you study it from the Quran and Sunnah. هذا من الطريق, the best way, means the best method. بحمد الله وصلنا إلى كتاب في تفسير القرآن. So alhamdulillah, we have arrived at a book whereas we're learning the Arabic language by or through the Quran. وهذا من أحسن الطرق. And this is from the best ways. From the best ways. نعم فعمل معنا اليوم يا إخوان آلية سيد فليس أبو زبير شيخ نكير شيخ نكير سكينة. طيب فهل أنتم تريدون أن تعرفوا نتائج الامتحان قبل الدرس أو بعد الدرس؟ قبل الدرس أو بعد الدرس. To hear this before we start or after the class? Our brother said, "If it's up to me, we'll see what our sisters say."
You can let me know what I got down.
But Lacey says before class. Who else? Sakina, Alia, Mel, what do you say?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Whatever. Alia, Alik, Auntie.
I ain't turning it yet, so.
Okay. As far as Alia, we won't go over the test. As Ali as our last. Well, Abdul Hakim either. So we'll wait to go over them. We're still accepting the test scores, but we just mentioned inshallah ta'ala. And everyone did well. Alhamdulillah. كلكم ماذا نجحتم؟ كلكم نجحتم. Everyone الحمد لله. أنا لا أتمنى أن أحدا منكم أبدا يفشل على الامتحان. Alhamdulillah, and we don't expect ever, ya ikhwan, that anyone of you, mashallah, ever fails a test, mashallah. So everyone did well. Alhamdulillah. Wasn't as many perfects as I would have liked. على كل حال. At any rate, طيب, we do have one perfect or so. طيب. So we won't go over them. We're just going to give you your scores. So first we have our brother. Who's first here? Juan. طيب, one of our highest scores. We have our brother Abu Zubayr. Abu Zubayr. Our brother Abu Zubayr received in his test Mumtaz. Our brother has Mumtaz. I'm getting that Juan. Mumtaz is excellent. Mumtaz. And his score was 90%. Abu Zubayr only missed one question. طيب. بارك الله فيه. May Allah reward our brother. طيب. Another one of our highest scores. Our sister Carolyn. الأخت Carolyn. She has also a Mumtaz. Mumtaz, once again, is excellent. One of the highest scores you can get. Mumtaz. And her score was a 90%. Inshallah. Barakallahu fiha. One did extremely well. Alhamdulillah. طيب. Abu Zubayr, Sister Carolyn. What was the next thing? طيب. Now, Sister Lacey. Lacey also received a Mumtaz. As for Sister Valisi, Ikhwan, we were, alhamdulillah, highly impressed because I believe Sister Valisi or our beloved brother Abdul Raqib are proper ones from the students. The rest of you, alhamdulillah, have been with some months, mashallah, a year. Some of you, alhamdulillah. So for our newer students, Raqib, our Sister Valisi, Felicia is not new, but she began and then took some time and came back. So she's between new and almost new. So to score Taz, alhamdulillah, I believe her first test. Alhamdulillah, that's طيب. And Sister Valacy was La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And Sister Valacy also only missed one question. One question. And that was a grammatical, the last question she missed at the end. طيب. Abu Zubair, Sister Caroline, Sister Valacy. طيب. Now we have other Sheikh Nakir. Nakir. Also did very well. Alhamdulillah. As I mentioned, I don't think no one got two wrong. One missed one, or most of missed one. Alhamdulillah. طيب Sheikh Nakir. Sheikh Nakir يا إخوان. Sheikh Nakir also did extremely well. He has a Mumtaz also. Excellent. He only missed one question. MashaAllah. Sheikh Nakir also, like Sister Valacy, got all the way, like Sister Valacy, got all the way to the end and then missed the class. Sheikh Nakir didn't answer it. So he skipped number 2. Sheikh Nakir. So Sheikh Nakir also had a 90%. So next, or Mumtaz, or only missed one question. Allahu Akbar. And then we have Sakina. Well, also, alhamdulillah. Sakina. Sakina actually did one of the highest scores from the, and she had a Mumtaz. Mumtaz. Excellent. It's the highest score on the test. Mumtaz. And Sakina had 100%. MashaAllah. And then two perfects in a row for our sister Sakina, MashaAllah. And then we have our Shaykha, Sister Zakiya. Our Shaykha too, Zakiya. But Sister Zakiya also did extremely well. And she received, similar to Sakina, Mumtazun. She all received the perfect. So thus far, we still have 2 students left to turn in homework or their tests. So we're not going to go over them. But as I mentioned, everyone did extremely well. No one had more than 2 wrong. So that's amazing in itself, ya ikhwan. This is the best scores that we ever had so far. 2 perfects and 4 90s. MashaAllah. May Allah continue to bless all of you and honor all of you and raise all of you. Inshallah, that's everyone, ya ikhwan. Sister Valacy, Sister Carla, Abu Zubair, Sheikh Nakir, Sister Zakiya. طيب فالآن نبدأ بالدرس. So now we'll start our class. Allah Ta'ala. Contact point. Are you students? We're always, ya ikhwan, inshallah, as knowledge is going. Allah Ta'ala allows us never to stop seeking knowledge, all of us, and never to stop teaching and giving little that we have the honor to give back for ourselves firstly, and our family secondly, and their brothers and sisters thirdly. And that's all of you, ikhwan, whatever you have, Yom al-Qiyamah is come and get all in. It's not a condition. It has to be a big sheikh, or you have to have all of these qualifications. If you have them, awesome. But if you don't have them and you have knowledge of the material, the Quran, the Hadith, Arabiya, al-Fiqh, Tafasir, whatever the subject, ya ikhwan, فَادْعُوا بِهَا فَادْعُوا إِلَيْهَا, then you call to it. فهذا سنة من سنن الأنبياء والمرسلين, as that's a sunnah from the prophets and messengers. You don't have to want أن يأذن لك أن تدعو إلى الله وإلى نبي الله وإلى دين الله. You don't have to wait for anyone to give you permission for you to call and invite others to the path of Allah and the sunnah of the Messenger alayhi salatu wasalam. And for any task that you need permission, with one question, ya ikhwan. Question is, أين الدليل على هذا? أين الدليل على هذا? And our question, ya ikhwan, will be just like the scholars they ask, أين الدليل? Where's your proof? Any claim that you can al-Islam, you need proof. أين الدليل على هذا? So where's your proof? Anyone who says that, we would say to them nicely, where is the proof for كثير من الحديث أو يوجد الاستحباب علم ويفهم يدعو. Many ahadith for the one who understands. He has knowledge of the affair. She has knowledge of the affair that they call turn. Whatever you ask and you ask the question, you come with the answer. It's upon you to come with the answer. إذا لا تعرف لا أعلم. And if you don't understand, you say I don't know. That's our religion, يا إخوان. طيب فنبدأ إن شاء الله. إن شاء الله يا إخوان. أصحاب الكتب وصلنا إلى 63. Book 5 at page number 63. 63. قال التدريب الثاني, exercise number 2. Number 2. It says ضع أمام كل كلمة في القائمة ألف ضدها من قائمة لا. So now you place in front of words and alif in the alif, what from there you're gonna show ماذا ضدها من القائمة, opposite. You're gonna show its opposite. وهذا من أحسن طرق ليبين معنى الكلمة. And this is from the best way of showing that you know the meaning of the word, that you mention the opposite. تذكر ما يخالفه أو عكسه. You mention what opposes it, opposite. تذكر ما يخالفه أو عكسه. One of the best ways to identify something. You don't bring the exact words verbatim, no, but you mention opposes it or opposite. فتقول مثلا هو المؤمن. For example, question is من أو المسلم. من المسلم. It should be a lamb. من المسلم. So you ask, who is the Muslim? Man Muslim. Who? The Muslim. So you say مثلا so kafir. You say he, the Muslim, is the opposite of the one who disbelieves. He is opposite of fear. The opposite. This shows you know it. This ways that you bring the opposite. من يكون الأول, who wants to be first يا إخوان, and تأتوا ب مترادف ليس مترادف بعكسه. So you're going to come with the opposite of it. Mention the word and then mention its opposite. For this.
أمن عكس خوف.
جميل and so our word أمن safety. خوف أمن خوف. You say أمن خوف. أمن عكس خوف. طيب الثانية whose turn? آلية تفضلي. نعم. عدد تعود. ما شاء الله. Now here he said it in an eloquent way. عدم تعود. طيب عدم يا أخوان word here يا هو اسم or if it's by itself عدم. عدم. So it's going to be the lack of something. Lack of whatever. You say عدم الإيمان, the lack or the absence of iman, meaning iman doesn't exist. The absence of. The lack of money or the absence of money. So it could be the opposite. تعود. تعود. What's تعود يا إخوان? عدم تعود. Close. تعود. من يذكر? Who remembers? Hey, a custom. I sent it. A custom. A practice of a people. It usually doesn't have anything to do with religion. It's practice of the people, not based upon one's religion. No, you has nothing to do with religion. So say uruf, urufun nas, the custom of the people, the practice of the people, the ilafu, the custom, the practice. If it's connected to religion, it's religious. If it has nothing to do with religion, you're not doing it because of what you believe. You're doing it because of where you live. The practice of your people. Not based upon religion. Our because we're this people, we tend to do this and this. in this. Where we live. So it's an action, a custom, عرف الناس. And it usually has nothing to do with religion. عرف and the custom of people. It's usually based on where you live. I don't know if we as African Americans, I don't really, someone else that's more knowledgeable in that regard can assist me here. I've never learned that the African American meaning, when I say African American, I mean a person that his origin may be from Africa, but he was born where he lives. So I don't know. I've never learned, does the African American or anyone who is from another land but lives in another land other than they were from, do they have a practice? Allah, I don't know. But if they do, because would your practice be of your land that you're from or the land that you live? Allah. But if there's a custom, a practice based up where you live in a certain area, so this is what the people in that area are known to do as a practice. That would be your ta'awud. Now, some of the people, they wear pants off their butt. They wear that, they're like tights, I guess, slim pants, tights, workout. They like workout pants, but the men wear them, unfortunately, and then they sag them off their butts. This usually has nothing to do with religion. It actually comes most religions. So the people do it. It's like a fad. If it's based on the people of that area, then it'll be a custom or ta'awud. It looks like it's a fashion statement, but if it's based on the action of the people, that can be an example of ta'awud. Cultures to the house, the woman comes to shake your hand. Culturally, some cultures, the man wants to get married someplace in Africa, and we don't want the women to laugh. They may laugh here. Like, to get married, he goes in this land in Africa, certain land, and comes out. She has some seductive clothing, and she's going to do a dance, a ritual dance. So the woman in this culture, the woman comes out and she does a dance. All the men who are trying to get married, they sit in a circle, and this woman comes out and she does the most seductive of dances. And the one least bothered by her, the one that is least impressed, that's the one that she marries. That's cultural. Cultural. Wa alaikum salam. So that's culture. Has nothing to do with religion. That's just their culture. That's how they choose a husband in that particular culture. So the actions, yeah. الحكم إذا هذا العمل لا يخالف الكتاب ولا سنة فهو مباح. So the principle, whatever the cultural issue, and it doesn't contradict the Quran and Sunnah, it doesn't contradict, then it's out. Whatever the culture is, I want to wear my hair this way. Oh yeah, culturally, the man wants to get whatever hair he wants to get. If culturally, this culture does not contradict the Quran and Sunnah, it's allowed. The woman wants to wear this type of outfit outside. Oh yeah. If it doesn't contradict the Quran and Sunnah, it's allowed. If it contradicts the Sunnah, then it's not allowed. So that's a principle, ya ikhwan. طيب الثالثة, number 3, سكينة. الشتاء الصيف. الشتاء, the winter. الصيف, the summer. Allahu Akbar. جميلا. طيب. Whose turn? Sister Valise. رابعة. Number 4. MashaAllah. Shiba'un. The opposite is ju'un. Shiba'un. Here, shiba' is filled up. To be filled. For example. To be not only satisfied, but to be filled. So it's a little more than satisfied. Sometimes you get a little bit and you could be sufficed, but you're not filled. So ju' hunger. It doesn't mean starving, like many of us say. The word ju' is to be hungry. Ju' hunger. And many of us, as Muslims, unfortunately, to really watch our speech, men, women, the Muslims. Sometimes we say in English, I'm starving, yahi. Let's get something to eat. And you say, A'udhu billah. Starving, yahi. You've never starved. You're hungry. You say, yeah, that's what I meant. But two different meanings. Sometimes the Muslim woman, her children are, mashallah ta'ala, sayyun jiddan fil amal fil akhlaq. They have bad manners. And the woman says, go to hell. Get out of here. For example. So she has to be careful of what she says. Also, the Muslim men, sometimes we, the hard way myself, ya ikhwan, where your family may come and say, you hurt my feelings when you said that. You say, what did I say? So sometimes it's not always about the intent. You may not be held accountable, but sometimes it still hurts. You call your wife a nickname, say, hey, big head. And you don't know she's sensitive, maybe, but you didn't know. So now you're playing games, joking, but it harms her. So you're not sinful in that, but you still have to be mindful, ya ikhwan, that is not allowed to hurt Muslims' feelings. The closer the person is to you in relationship, the more harmful it can be sometimes, unfortunately. So we just have to be more mindful, all of us, our words, our speech. May Allah make it easy. تدريب الثالث. Exercise number 3. Exercise number 3. أكمل كما في النموذج. Complete comes in the pattern as it comes in the example. النموذج. Example. And this reminds us of a question the last class or yesterday or so, had a chance to reply back to. And this she asked a question about the word anti. The word anti, is it in the Quran? The feminine, when Allah is mentioning or talking to someone feminine, and also the pronoun that's derived from the anti, which is the pronoun that's derived from anti. Say it again. Kev with the kasra anti. If it's a noun, this kef. If you find this kef with a kasra, this is from, for example, and it'll fall on a noon. It'll fall on a noun. And also, if it's a verb, in the past tense. Also in the mudari, the ina, the I, the ya with the noon on the past tense verb. So all be derivatives of the anti. Someone is speaking to someone in the feminine. When the angels are speaking to Maryam, they speak in the feminine. Anti. وقلتِ. ربك. Your Lord. So the feminine is there. Alhamdulillah. The kaf is there. Surah Al-Baqarah. أنت وزوجك. أنت وزوجك الجنة. ولا صغت Adam. You and your wife. The feminine. No. When the angels come upon Ibrahim and his wife listens and then she speaks and then the angels reply to her and the feminine. For example. كذلك قال ربك. The key, the kaf, the feminine. No. Alhamdulillah. Oh, the pronoun أنت. أطعمك الله الجوع وآمنك من الخوف. MashaAllah. A real eloquent sentence, ya ikhwan. Try to understand this sentence. Our first word is أطعم. أطعم. أطعم means to feed. أطعم means to feed. أطعم, to feed someone. Or you can say to give something to feed. أطعم, to feed, to give someone or something. Says أطعمك الله. أطعمك الله. Should be careful. Allah give you food. It could be a dua. Maybe you're home asked by someone that's poor, and you may not have nothing to give them. أطعمك الله. May Allah give you food. But here أطعم الله بعد الجوع. So dua, it can also be a mentioning of the past tense. If it's past, أطعمك الله بعد الجوع. Dua, will I give you food after hunger? Maybe, or you were in a state of hunger, so you're making dua for the person. Or someone is in a state of hunger, you make, may Allah give you food after hunger. Meaning, right now you're in hunger, may Allah give you food. وَآمَنَكَ مِنْ خَوْفٍ. Protect you, keep you safe from fear. So this whole sentence can be this wow can be one or two things. This wow can be one or two things. So we learned some. Now we're going to learn a different. We learned two wows so far. تعلمنا wow Wayne. So we learned two wows in this book, I believe. Two types of wows. There are many wows, ya ikhwan. Right, الواو الواو كثيرة. There are many wows. كثيرة. Wow. Many. Right. We learned two. أنا أذكر أننا تعلمنا واوين. So I believe so. تعلمنا الواو حرف عطف. We learn conjunction حرف عطف. The particle حروف الجنك طيب. And we also learned حروف القسم. حروف القسم. You can also call this one حروف. So this one can have two names. حرف القسم أو حرف الحلف. Same meaning. We say swearing, we're not talking about may the curse of Allah be on you. There, in English. We're talking about when you make a curse word. We're talking about not when you make a curse word. In English, when you say the curse word, they say that's a swear. They use that in English. The word swear can be a curse word too. Here, we're not talking about that. We're talking about when you say by Allah, when you swear upon something. Swear on my mother's grave when I would billah. That's shirk. The person says, I swear on my children. That's a swear, but that's shirk. As a Muslim, you can only swear by Allah. That's it. So we're not talking about in English language the word swearing, curse word. We're talking about when you say, for example, Wahi, by Allah, meaning by I swear by Allah. This is what we're talking about when we use the word swear in English. Meanings in English to use a curse word, and the other to just to swear, like we're doing now. By Allah. So is a حرف this example. So we're going to give you another wow that could be in this here. In this sentence, this wow can be one or two things here. It can be out of if the sentence is one sentence in reality. If it joins this second sentence to the first, it's an out of. It can also be what we're going to learn now, al-ibtida'i, a wow that's starting a new sentence. If this is actually two sentences here, if it's أطعمك الله بعد الجوع, start new sentence, وآمنك من الخوف. If this is a new sentence, then this is not out of. This will be حرف al-ibtida', a particle of beginning. So that's you can also حرف al-ibtida', ibtida', the particle of beginning. It's starting as a new sentence. Some of the scholars may differ. Some may say it's a sometimes even in the language. Al-ibtida'. Article Starting. Starts a new. Just starts a new. So now we're gonna do a difficult drill, but an official drill. So we're gonna take this phrase. This is our origin. أطعم بعد الجوع آمنك من الخوف. So take this drill here, يا إخوان. I'm gonna play with it with each pronoun. So first we have NT. It's going to change based upon its usage. So now the kaf is what we're going to change. The kaf. And أطعم the ain and kaf and amana. Amanaka. So the kaf, if it's feminine, is going to become ki. So now we're doing anti. Good. Continue. Say the whole sentence. Say it all together. Good. Good. ما شاء الله أحسنت يا شيخ. أطعمك الله بعد الجوع وآمنك من الخوف. أحسنت يا شيخ. أحسنت. طيب, our next one and you tune. You tune. تفضل أم سكينة. Good. Good. طيب, now the second one, say the second one more time. وآمنك, change that one. Continue. Finish the sentence. Right, now the second one here, small correction. On the second one, وآمنكما. وآمنكما. No. أنتما أطعمكما, the same way you did there. أطعمكما. Alif, because of that. No. And then the same alif is on your آمنكما when you're talking to people. No. خوف. أحسنتي. طيب, whose turn يا إخوان؟ أنتم. تفضل. Good. Good. MashaAllah. أحسنتم. أطعمكم. أنتم becomes أطعمكم. جميلا. طيب, the next one أنتن that we barely hear. The plural for the women. أنتن. Whose turn? أنتن. Good. MashaAllah, Arsenti. Sister Valencia, Arsenti. طيب, our next one. Now, we go to the third person. So the calf becomes third person, masculine. The calf is going to be, huh? Arsenti. So the calf becomes who? So أطعمك, you're not talking to someone now. You're talking third person. So it becomes أطعم بعد الجوع. Then you complete the sentence. أطعم, Allah fed him after hunger. Same thing with آمنك. So say وآمنه. Whole new letter. وآمنه. أطعمه آمنه. Allah fed him and protected him. So keep the same sentence. Change the kaf to a ha. Whose turn? تفضلي عالية. Who? Good. Good. MashaAllah. أطعمه الله. Arsenti. Allah him after fear, and Allah kept him safe from khawf, from fear. Jamilan. After huwa, our next one. The next one was or is hiya. Turn. We're going back around. First. Now is hiya. Good. Say it again. Good. Good. MashaAllah. أحسنت. أطعمها الله بعد الجوع وآمنها من الخوف. أحسنت يا أخي. طيب, now after here, those those two men. Now this one stays the same. أطعمهما أطعمهما. طيب. أطعمهما. So this one is those two men. Whose turn? Who's after position aqui? Good. MashaAllah, Jamila, MashaAllah, Ikhwan. So after huma, he says whom. Return, Sister Valesi. Whom, those three or more men. Whom. Good. Good. MashaAllah. أطعمهم جميلا. أطعمهم الله بعد الجوع وآمنهم من الخوف. طيب, فائدة يا إخوان, a benefit. Here, anytime you have سكون. To the Arab, having two back-to-back sukoon, they change them. So for example, if you have hum, Allahu. So if you have hum, Allahu. The origin is hum, hum, Allahu. Yeah. Right. So hum, but since this alif here is a wasl, this alif, hamza there, but you just can't see it. Hamzatul wasl. So now the sukoon will become a dhamma. That's not wrong if you stop Allahu. That's not wrong. Hum Allah. Hum Allah. But it's better that you keep on going. So you would change the sukoon to a dhamma. And you would say Humullah, for example, if that was correct to say. Like you say, Assalamu alaykum. Assalamu alaykum. Kum. Now the person replying says alaykum. The person, the Muslim, who was rushing to get the reward, say this one is the other scholars say it depends on the client. All right. Some scholars say recommended to reply. Some say are obligatory. Some say it's recommended to begin and obligatory to reply. At any rate, that's not the point right now, ikhwan. The person who's he says Assalamu alaykum. No two sukuns there. And the reply wa alaykum. Stop. Assalamu. انتبهوا هذا أو هذه الميم. So look at this meme. Salam alaykum assalam. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. No one can say that's incorrect. But the people of the Arab mostly wins this sukoon to dhamma. Instead of saying wa alaykum, stop. Assalam wa alaykum assalam. They would change this sukoon to a dhamma. Having two sukoon back to back is difficult. So they would say wa alaykumus, wa alaykumus. So this second dhamma is not really there. It just became a dhamma because the next hamzatul wasl. So instead of stopping, the sukoon becomes a dhamma wa alaykumus salam. Like in the adhan, it says Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Right. So you're not wrong between the two Akbar, or the first Akbar. Allahu Akbar. It should not be a hamza. Right. You're not wrong, but the Arabs, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. If you stop there, no problem. But the Arab would continue. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Like that. This one is similar because slightly different rather, because there is no sukoon. There's a dhamma here, but they wouldn't stop here. Allahu Akbar. Stop. Allahu Akbar. You can say it like that. You're not wrong. But you're just going against the majority. They would join this Dhamma. This Alif. Because there's a wasl. There's a Hamza there, but you can't see Hamza to wasl. طيب. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Instead of pausing. So we have two sukoon. As-salam. As-salamu alayk wa alayk. As-salam. This sukoon becomes a dhamma. Going back to this, when she had hum. Al-ta'ama hum. And then Allah. So you can say it one or two here. You're not wrong. Al-ta'ama hum. Allahu. Al-ta'ama Allah. It's here. That's the beginner. But it's better to change the sukoon to dhamma. Like that. The dhamma is not really there, but it became a dhamma because it was a sukoon, and the next letter is a wasl. Yeah. One more, ya ikhwan. Have hunna. Hunna. So who's to say with hun? Three or more women. Three or more women. Allah, Jamilan ya ikhwan. That was alhamdulillah, all of you. Welcome Allah. Alright, we can start. I will stop there, ikhwan. We have this next one for homework. The next drill, I want you to do it a certain way. Alright. He says, I think I have my computer here. One. For now, for those that have the book, next exercise. صفحة 65, page number 65. طيب. So at the bottom of the page, let's say this for homework. أكمل كما في النموذج. Complete as a pattern. نموذج. Pattern. Or the pattern. هو الشتائي. So we have he or him. الشتائي. The winter. So the sentence is هو خرج الشتائي. He came out from the trip of the winter. هو خرج. Oh, he came out in. هو خرج في رحلة الشتاء. He came out, he exited in the winter trip. There was a winter trip, he came out. So now you're going to check for what they have in the bracket. Umrah. So Anna replaces huwa. And then Umrah. في رحلة العمرة. But pay attention to the verb. The verb changes. So this is the past tense verb. So now with kharaja, we have kharaja. A verb is kharaja. Kharaja. But we have ana. So now came out. Say ana. Who knows ya ikhwan? Kharajtu. So pay attention. The sentence changes, the whole sentence changes. أنا خرجت في رحلة العمرة. So this is a nice drill also. But how I want you to do it, ya ikhwan, I want you to really benefit. So don't write yet. No. I want you to say each one to yourself 3 times. So for أنا عمرة, you will say أنا خرجت في رحلة العمرة. 1. أنا خرجت في رحلة العمرة. And then you're going to say it 3 times. Write it. Don't just write. No. You can turn your writing exercises into a speech exercise. Then number 2. Why is it going so slow? And number 2. نحن الحج. Don't just write it. Because when you write, you have time to write. But when you're speaking, you don't have the time to speak as you when you're writing. So you have to practice more. So نحن الحج. So kharaja is going to change because of نحن. Say it 3 times. نحن خرجنا. And then say it again in a 3rd time. And then write it. So this is the drill I want you to practice with for homework. Sentences. So you're going to say each one 3 times. Don't rush. Remember, ya ikhwan, although the Arabic language is fast, it's not about speed. It's just fast. Our brother says, I have a family. No problem, yeah. May Allah make it easy on you. No problem. Remember, it's fast naturally, but it doesn't mean you have to speak fast. It's not about your speed, ikhwan. It's about your clarity. Saying the word. No. Most of us, where we live, many of the citizens, they think if I say it fast, that means I know what I'm talking about more. No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean you may, but it doesn't mean that. So it's a natural fast language, like Spanish, Russian. It's fast. However, you don't have to speak fast. If you speak slow, it's still going to sound as naturally fast. So don't focus on the speed. So take your time, alhamdulillah. Continue upon your good. Continue with your hifz and your muraja'ah. And your speaking. Allah. And may Allah bless you. وجزاكم الله خيرا. أصبت فمن الله وإن أخطأت. Anything we said that's correct. Anything we said is incorrect. Ourselves. وكرمكم الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I don't know if you, were you a little late? Yeah, I did. I'll show you again real quick. We did at the beginning. You received Sheikh Nakir. You only had actually your number 2. Your second question, you just didn't answer it. I didn't see an answer for your number 2. That was it. Number 2 was, who remembers, ya ikhwan? Number 2 was, 1 second. Number 2 was, what was the meaning in the verse? Ashab. No. That was it. But no one got more than 1 wrong. It was 2 perfect so far. And the rest was mumtaz, jiddan, mashallah. The rest was 90s. Mashallah ta'ala. No. So this was the best so far that everyone did. 2 perfects. I don't think we did this well yet. 2 perfects and 4 90s. Mashallah. So that was humbling. No. Yeah, it was higher than 88. No, everyone did well this one. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you all. Yeah, so you got a 90, alhamdulillah, mumtaz. And there were 2 perfects, Sakina, Sid Khadija, Sid Zakiya. And we're still waiting on Aliyah's and Abdul Hakim's. No. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, y'all be able to catch them one of these days. Going to be either all perfects or I know we didn't have one yet when the brothers outdid the sisters yet, but inshallah, you know the women be more diligent than us for some reason. May Allah make us like our women. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless you, Sheikh. But inshallah, so and I'll talk with you at a later date. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.